You quickly scramble into your cushioned seat, clumsily fumbling for your phone. Your hands are shaking as you tap on the screen. I have to call someone. I have to get off. Oh my God. He is so fast. What's wrong? You're pale as a sheet. Did you perhaps see something you weren't supposed to? I... Oh, my dear Lee, don't worry. It wasn't your fault. You never would have scrambled across our little tea party. Not of your own volition, anyways. Isn't that right, Savo? That's that's my name. Oh, it's one of these games. It's one of these games. Oh my God, he's looking at the screen. Hello, and welcome to Sweet Dreams, where you start to fall asleep on a train as you're traveling. And yes, this is a hard game, just so you guys know. I know Valentine's Day is coming up and you guys are like, why are you playing a freaking horror game instead of going back to playing the good games with the love and stuff? Well, I kind of played a horny game yesterday and you know, I'm trying to get past it so you guys can stop judging me. Okay, anyways, if you're new here, hi, I'm Voyia. I play a variety of games and I also take requests. So if you want me to play something, for the love of goodness, please ask me to play it and I definitely will if I can. Let's get started. Here we go. I'm pooped. Can't wait to just collapse in a nice comfy bed. You yawn again. At this point, it's a fight to even keep your eyes open. Tiredly, you pull out your phone to check your arrival status. Not for another hour, huh? This place is really out in the boomies. Your destination is Border Springs. Now, if that doesn't sound creepy, an idyllic little countryside town. It's where you were born and raised, although you have little to no memory of the place anymore. I want to go home already. This entire trip has been your mother's idea. Ring, ring. Speaking of the devil. Beep. Hello? Lee. Unruly red hair, piercing eyes, a successful and ruthless businesswoman. Even now, she speaks to her only child. There is not a hint of tenderness in her features. Of course there's not, because why would mommy care? Mommy doesn't care about anybody. She cares about her money, and you're not making her money. Hi, Mom. Did you arrive yet? Not for another hour. I see. How's the ride been so far? It's different. Everything here is so outdated. The train looks like it's just made 200 years ago. 147 years ago. The railroad never bothered to upgrade it. It does its job. Once a week, it goes to and from the nearest city for supplies, picking up the occasional passenger on the way. Although people don't tend to take these route in the first place. I mean, usually people go plane, but, you know, if it's outdated, it's outdated. You should be glad it's still running, and the only other alternative to getting to Boulder Springs is by foot. Thank you, Miss CEO of Trains. It still sucks, and I still want to go home. You're spoiled, that's why. I've coddled you for far too long. You do nothing all day and stay in your room playing video games. It's time you get out into the real world. By shipping me off to some place that's so remote that it doesn't even show up on the map? It's your birthplace. You should be thanking me, Lee. Besides, you have Petunia there. I'm not even that close with her anymore. We've barely spoken since I moved. You got along just fine 10 years ago. Make it work. I have a meeting to go to soon. Let me know when you arrive. Bye, little plum. Bye, Mom. Boy, cold moms, huh? They're the worst, aren't they? Sometimes they are the best, but it also depends on your situation. So much for that, I guess. You look around the passenger car. Like your mother said, there weren't many people taking the train in the first place. The passenger car is practically empty, and ideally, you'll use this time to doze off a little. Keyword being ideally. Oh God, who are they? Okay, is that my character creeping at them in the background? Lee, mind your business. Oh, babe, I love you so much. I love you much more. Mwah, mwah, mwah. It's not like I'm going to get a wink of sleep anyways with how loud that couple behind me has been this entire ride. I'll just go to the restroom. Splashing some cold water on my face might help me wake up. You get out of your seat and... Ow! Excuse... me? A familiar face looks back at you with concern. Are you hurt? No, sorry, I wasn't looking where I was going. You squint at him. Those droopy eyes, the nervous demeanor, he reminds you of someone. Have we met before? Are you hitting on me? What? No, I'm not. Sorry, it was just a dumb question anyway. No, not at all. I'm Crow. He shyly motions to himself. I work here. Let me know if you need anything. I'm at your service. He is a cutie pie. Again, I don't know where the horror aspect comes from because so far it's just a long, boring ride to some long, boring country place where you're just like, ugh. Take me back to the city life. I know that all far too well. My mom, I promise you, would travel the world and go to all these horrible places, and then she'd be like trying to make it home, but in my head I'm just like, it's not the city, Mom, I want to go to the city. And then she finally took us to the city and to this awful, god awful place, and it was just horrible. Sorry for the rant. Right. You yawn in his face, but quickly catch yourself. Sorry, that was rude. I'm not yawning because I'm bored. I'm just really tired. You shake your head, hoping you didn't offend the poor dude with your rude behavior. Don't know what's up with me today. It's all right. You must have had a long trip. Yeah, I've been traveling all day. I can tell by those impressive bags underneath your eyes. Is it that bad? No, you're perfect. Oh, I know. How about something caffeinated to drink? It'll be on us as an apology for bumping into you. Sure. I mean, what better way to wake yourself up with a little black coffee? You could definitely use some caffeine in your system. I still remember the time I drank like 3 cups to pull an all-nighter study for an exam. Wow. Boy, I hated that when I was in college. I can always rely on a nice warm brew to keep me up. That would be nice. I'd like a... You yawn, interrupting yourself midway. You blink back the tears. Crow gives you a smile. Rest up for a bit. I'll have you coffee ready as soon as possible. He starts to walk away. Hey man, I heard you giving out free drinks. How about 2 more for us as well? It's our anniversary. Oh God, ugh. I can't stand those people who be trying to just weasel their way into free stuff. This is his I'm sorry to me because he bumped into me. And then you gonna sit here and try to weasel your way into something free because it's your anniversary? Pay for your stuff, okay? The woman cuddles closer to her boyfriend in display of, I don't know, showing off how not single she is. Crow gives them a polite smile, but it is clear that he is not sold on the idea. Sensing the imminent rejection, she turns to you for backup. Help a girlie out. It's our anniversary. New drinking game. Take a shot for every time she mentions her anniversary. Despite the girlfriend's insistent nagging, you still feel obliged to assist her. But even if you want to help, it's still really impolite for me to impose on Crow generosity by asking for additional drinks. I'll have to turn the couple down. You turn to face the couple who are giving you this hopeful, expectant look with your big pleading eyes. With their big pleading eyes. Ugh. I'll just offer to cover their part of the bill. That way, everybody's happy, even if it's at your own expense. This is something that I would actually do. I would actually be like, it's their anniversary and I get it. Y'all are in love. Let me just cover her side of the bill. Let me just cover their bill and be, done with it. That's just something I would do too. But also, I'm an introvert, so like stuff like this would bring me sheer anxiety. So I'd be like, I just want to get out of the situation as soon as possible. So if I pay for it, will they shut up and leave me alone and don't talk to me no more? You nod to yourself, having decided on the best course of action. Hey, how about I just pay for the... Well, I can't be disappointing our lovely Patreons with such a special day now, can I? The pair visibly perks up at his sudden shift in tone. So, what would you two like? I have a draft beer. How about you, babe? Surprise me, but make sure it's a romantic drink made with lots of love. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. I love you. Mwah. Ew. Disgusting. Their disgusting way of handling this situation. Absolutely not. Just because someone's getting something free around you doesn't mean you get anything free. Their mushiness and unabashed PDA makes you cringe a little inside. Crow, on the other hand, doesn't seem to be the least bit fazed. Of course, a very happy anniversary to the lovely couple. I'll be back momentarily with everyone's beverages. Thanks, man. Don't take too long now. Ew. Having gotten what they wanted, the two go back to loudly cooing over one another. You slump back in your sleep, relieved that the unwanted attention has been shifted off of you. See, look, that would be me. I'd be like, oh, thank God, man. I do not want to deal with that at all. I would have been so done. After that, it would have been nothing stopping me from sorry, I'm grabbing stuff. It'd have been nothing stopping me from being like, yeah, I'm going to get off right here. Sorry, you guys. I had to fix the sound. The sound was kind of off. My phone is going off and everything's just off today. Unfamiliar scenery pass you by as you stare out the window. This is the first time I've traveled so far away on my own. In fact, I can hardly remember the last time I left my apartment, not since I dropped out of school anyway. Was the sky always this blue? I never knew how pretty it could be. You drowsily open your phone, hoping to send a picture to Petunia. Connection lost? It was fine earlier. You won't have much luck getting a signal from here on out. Whoa! You nearly jump out of your seat. You didn't hear him approach you. Did I scare you? A little? Haha, sorry about that. He gingerly hands you a piping hot cup of coffee. You grab the cup, taking an attentive sip. The coffee is rich and strong, smooth in flavor with a soothing aroma. You blink. Whoa, this is really good. He beams. I'm glad you like it. He motions to the seat across from you. Sorry, I'm making sure that the sound isn't too loud. But there is sound in the game, and I'm hoping, because last game was the sound was kind of low, but it is sound. He motions to the seat across from you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn it down a little bit, just a little bit. There we go. He motions to the seat from across from you. Mind if I join you? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to overstep my boundaries. It's not often I get to chat with others while I'm on my shift, since we rarely have anyone aboard this train. He looks embarrassed and you feel a twinge of guilt. No, it's okay. You can sit down. Thank you. You sigh. You just can't say no to others, especially not when they have that lost puppy look on them. He pops down across from you with a sweet smile, and you're able to take a good look at him for the first time. White hair, red eyes, long lashes, and a gentle expression. He seems so otherworldly. You sure you'd remember someone with such distinctive features? And yet, what's with the weird sense of deja vu? I guess because since he's sitting here, we can make conversation. It's not a bad thing. Socializing has never been your strong point, but you do want to get to know him better. You attempt to strike up a conversation. So, you desperately grasp at something, anything to say. Your eyes rest at his amelastic hair. You have white hair? Okay, that was bad. Terrible, even. You pray to every god imaginable under the sun that he didn't take offense to your inquiry. There is a small look of panic on his face. Do you like it? Huh? No, not at all. It's just a little unusual. I've never seen anyone with white hair before, not even in Midport. Midport? That big port city? Yeah, have you ever been there? It's a little embarrassing to admit, but I've never left Border Springs before. Really? From what your mom told you, the only way to get in and out of this sleepy rural town of Border Springs is via the specific train due to the difficult surrounding terrain. You'd assume that someone with such easy access to transportation would have taken the opportunity to travel and work elsewhere. So all this time you just worked in this particular train, but never left your hometown for someplace new? He sheepishly stares at the ground. I like this train. He clearly has other reasons, but his attempt at an excuse is, if anything, comically endearing. You can't help but find it cute. What is it? Nothing. I'm just having fun. Me too. For you, talking to others is a strenuous task. You often struggle with finding the right topics, the right words, the right way to behave. But with Crow, you felt strangely comfortable in simply being yourself. It almost felt as the two of you were merely old friends doing some catching up. You haven't had this much fun talking to anyone in a long time, but although you wanted to continue your conversation, extreme fatigue had started settling in. Your eyelids feel heavy, and your movements sluggish. You try to blink back the sleepiness, but to no avail. Sorry, tired. Crow shakes his head and smiles. Here. Oh, how sweet. He leans forward, gently pressing his forehead to yours. What? He removes his glove, placing his hand on the side of your face. If this is a horror game, where's the horror at? You attempt to move back, but he firmly holds you in place. Don't move. You feel the heat rising up in your face. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. Instantly, you feel a clarity overcome you, and you begin to feel awake. With renewed vigor, you pull back, face still beet red. What was that? Crow leans back and smiles, pulling his glove back on. He rises from his seat with a playful quip. Looks like that woke you up. I forgot to finish something up in the other car. I have to go. He starts to leave, but you find yourself calling out after him. Crow? He turns to you, a little surprised. What is it? I'll be around Border Springs for the next few months. I don't have a lot of friends, if I'm being honest, but I feel like we would get along. So would you like to hang out sometime? If you're around. Oh God. He looks sad. What? Really? Really? You nod your head. You can feel your face grow warm at your own boldness. It was pretty out of character for you to do something like this, and the nervousness was starting to settle in. But Crow doesn't seem to notice. In fact, he seems pretty overwhelmed himself. Yes, I could show you around Border Springs. Yeah, that sounds fun. Oh God. Oh, he's a pinky. That's so cute. It's a promise then, okay? That is so cute. I pinky promise too, all the time. Look, if you're my friend or my lover or anything and you pinky promise me something and you break that pinky promise, I will shut you out my life so fast. You will absolutely be like, you will get whiplash trying to figure out, why did she just shut me out? Is she not talking to me anymore? You broke the pinky. You don't break the pinky promise. He holds out his pinky, and you can't help but laugh at his childlike gesture. You reach out and hook your pinky around his. Promise. Crow sways back and forth in excitement. Thank you, Lee. I'll be sure to make you happy. He pauses mid-celebration, as if suddenly remembering something. I've got so excited I nearly forgot again. There's something I really need to finish up doing in the other cart. He gives you a sheepish smile. I'm sorry, I've got some things to attend to, but I'll catch up to you when it's time for us to get off. Make sure you wait for me right here, okay? So that I can find you later. He waves you goodbye as he exits the passenger car. You respond with a small wave of your own before looking at the passing scenery from the window. There's a warm, giddy feeling in your chest from having made a new friend. Oh, this is so sweet. Maybe this trip to Border Springs won't be as bad after all. Ending 1, an old friend. Well, there are technically 2 endings, so there's one more ending, but there's also a third secret hidden ending. As far as it says, the game will prompt me when it is time for the secret ending. So yeah, let's get going. So this time I'm going to choose green tea. We chose black tea. I'm going to choose green tea this time. You could definitely use some caffeine in your system. My dad used to be obsessed with green tea. Time to see what the hype was all about. That would be nice. I'd like a... You yawn, interrupting yourself midway. Blah, I can't talk today. You blink back the tears. So this is all the same. I'm gonna keep going. So this time I'm going to sit in silence, okay? You did invite him to sit down, but if you're being honest here, you're not a very social person. In fact, you have almost no interest in talking to this stranger at all. Curse your introversion. This is why you have no friends, Lee. You sit in uncomfortable silence for a while, unsure of what to say or do. After a while, Crow decides to take the initiative. What brings you to Boulder Springs? Oh, just visiting. From where? Midport? Ah, so that's where you've been all this time. The big city. They've been talking as if they know each other, right? I'm kind of certain that they didn't say anything in the last playthrough, but maybe, just maybe, they absolutely do know each other. Yeah, I've been there. There's a curious look in his eyes. When was the last time you came to Boulder Springs? Oh, wow. Probably like 10 years or so? I don't know. Why did you take so long to come back? You've instinctively reached up, checking if your bangs were still properly covering the scar on your forehead. Let's avoid the question this time. You attempt to divert the conversation elsewhere. School, I guess. Busy with academics and all that stuff. No time for a vacation. And you're done with school now? Oh, yeah, I dropped out. I see. If you don't mind me asking, what happened? I mean, you squirm uncontrollably in your seat. It's always difficult to answer a question regarding your academic life. Nobody wants to be known as the loser dropout who failed their parents and society as a whole. Your palm begins to feel sweaty as you desperately search for a way to navigate around this topic. Well, a hand on your shoulder brings you back into reality, and you look up at Crow. He gives you a concerned smile. Are you okay? You take a shaky breath in and nod. Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, didn't mean to dump all that on a stranger. Crow shakes his head. No, I was the one who asked. Thank you for indulging me. Yeah, no problem. I'd love to talk to you some more, but I do have passengers to attend to. But I'll be back shortly to collect your cup. Would you mind waiting here for me until I return? Sure. I mean, there's nothing else for me to do anyway. Crow beams. He's making me worry. Wonderful. Well then, I'll be back. It was nice talking, Lee. He rises from his seat, gives you a small bow before exiting the passenger car to the dining hall, closing the door behind him. You're watching him leave, then fidget around nervously. There's something off-putting about him. You sigh. You've never been good with strangers or people in general. He's been nothing but kind to you, and here you are struggling to like the guy. Oh well. I'll try my best to go along with him, but I don't owe him anything for getting me a free drink. We'll just say our goodbyes after the train ride and go our separate ways. You stare out the window. The silence is almost permeating. Huh? You turn around, peeking over the seat behind you. The couple sitting there is gone. They must have gotten off at some point. No wonder it was so quiet. You look back at the empty cup. It was nice to have a warm drink, but if anything, you feel drowsier than before. I guess the caffeine isn't kicking in. You try to move, but your body feels heavy. You collapse into your seat, your mind hazy. What's going on? You try to grab your phone, but you find yourself unable to move your hands. Gotta call somebody. You hear approaching footsteps and a worried voice call out to you. Lee, are you all right? Really tired? You feel yourself falling over. Here, let me help. Crow removes his gloves, pulling you upright into your seat. Oh my God. I feel like Crow just poisoned me. I feel like Crow poisoned me. He poisoned me. Look at how he's holding me. No way this man did not poison me. He nestles your head into his shoulder, gently brushing aside stray strands of hair from your face. Poor thing. You must be exhausted. Go on and sleep. Just leave it all to me, okay? You can rest as long as you need to. I'll take care of you until you wake up. You mumbled out a thanks, too tired to properly process anything, but grateful for his assistance. His fingers gently sift through your hair, and a soothing motion in the last thing you remember before your vision blurs and the world fades into black. I don't care how sleepy I'm sleepy right now, and I'm wide awake listening to this. No way. I don't care how sleepy I am. If I get that dang sleepy, I'm going to fight for my life to get up and try to get some help. Oh God, look at that. No way. Your bangs have gotten longer. You used to be taller than me. You've changed so much. But I'd still recognize you anywhere. Do you remember our promise? You said you'd be with me forever. Oh God, it's an ex. Oh, my crazy ex got me. My crazy ex found me. He found me. He smelt all of this and he was like, I need it back in my life. I don't know why I left it, but I need it. You won't disappear off someplace again, will you? You would. You'd leave me again. You'd abandon me again. But that's okay. You see, I've changed too. I don't need you to hold on to me anymore. Because I won't be letting go of you a second time. We'll be arriving soon. Sweet dreams, Lee. There's so much for us to catch up on. Ending 2, sweet dreams. Oh no. Okay, so the thing says that the game is going to prompt me to remove a file. And until it does that, I guess I'm going to start the game. I think it said to start a game and it should prompt you to remove a file. It didn't start like this last time. I've already seen all the endings available in this game. I wonder if there's anything within the game files I can play around with. Like deleting any save keys that may be in the game folder. Okay. Maybe I should read the description of the game storage page and check out the game manual downloading each.io. Okay. Just passing thought. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the main menu. I'm going to return to the main menu. No. It's not return. It's main menu. Yes, I'm sure. Thank you. I'm going to open the game file. Oh boy. I'm going to turn off the game. So the screen's going to go black for a while, you guys. Okay, y'all used to it. And I am going to open up the game file and I'm going to look for whatever the thing said it was, safe key. I'm going to just put it on the desktop. Like I'm not going to delete it, but I'm going to put it on the desktop. Maybe that will prompt it or whatever. And then I'm going to go back in and open the game up and see what happens. I'm nervous. Force close, thank you, and then open. So it takes some time when you turn off the games, and while it is off, you guys can hit the subscribe button and like and all that good stuff. Okay, so the game, I'm gonna make sure it's back on. There we go. I've already seen all the available game files. Delete it. No, I deleted it. It's well, hold on. Let me see if deleting it. Give me a second, you guys. Okay, you guys. Okay. I just skipped it forward. I didn't I couldn't figure it out, but I just skipped it forward. This is it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because it says it's a horror game. I haven't seen anything horror aspect of it. I guess the second ending I got, or the first ending. I don't know if Sweet Dreams it was the first ending or the second ending because I don't remember. But I already got like that, and that was kind of creepy, but it wasn't like super creepy. So it says safety key missing, let it go. Please don't jump scare me. A wave of uneasy washes over you as you take the cup from Crow. You should hold off on drinking it right now. Feeling a little guilty, you set the cup down. Do you not like it? No, not at all. I'm just worried about it being too hot. I'll drink it after I wait a little bit. Oh, I see. Okay. He motions to a seat across from you. Mind if I join you? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to overstep my boundaries. It's not often I get to chat with others. Okay, so this is all the same. I'm gonna keep going forward until something cool or creepy happens. So this one that we didn't see, the answer the question part, we're gonna answer his question this time. You sigh. I got into an incident when I was a kid. I don't remember much about what happened, and my parents refused to talk to me about it. But we moved to Midport shortly after. My dad wanted me as far away from this place as possible. My mom probably doesn't care, though. She just wants me out of the room and out of her hair. Crow smiles. An incident, huh? He stares at you. His intense eye contact staring makes you uncomfortable. Yeah, that would make me a little uncomfortable when he's looking at me, too. What was it? You nervously tug on the stray strands of your hair. The memory of the incident wasn't something that you wanted to or couldn't even revisit. The memory of the accident wasn't something you wanted to or could even revisit. Any attempts at recollecting your thoughts were met with blank or hazy feelings at best. And despite your parents' instincts, you know it wasn't some sort of freak accident. On that night 10 years ago, you almost died. You shake your head. Why couldn't you remember? Something was evading you, pieces of the puzzle gone missing. But there was one thing you knew for certain. You weren't the only one present there that night. The air feels suffocating. What happened on that day 10 years ago? A hand on your shoulder brings you back into reality, and you look up at Crow, who gives you a concerned smile. Are you okay? You take a shaky breath and nod. Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, didn't mean to dump all that on a stranger. Okay, so this is all the same. I'm gonna keep going till something happens. So we're back at the coffee part where this time we didn't drink the coffee, so we don't know for sure. You look back at the neglected coffee, now lukewarm. I'm gonna go use the restroom. You set the cup down. I still can't drink this. I don't know why, but I just can't. You look around the empty car. I should use the restroom now before he comes back. Gotta splash some water on my face to wake myself up. If I remember correctly, at the end of the carriage, it should be right before the exit to the passenger car. You're about to enter the restroom when you hear muffled crying. It's coming from the gangway connector behind the exit. I probably shouldn't go inside. That's just asking for unnecessary trouble. But on the other hand, you are on a freaking thing. You need to know what's happening on here. A freaking train. You need to know. If this were a horror movie, I'd be the first idiot to end up being killed. And count for checking out suspicious noises. You turn to leave, but the sobbing grows louder. I can't leave behind someone in trouble. I'll just take a peek and see if they actually need help or not. You know, because maybe it's just a couple. Maybe they broke up or something. Maybe he got tired of hearing her talk about the anniversary too. You never know. But I don't want to be that person that heard someone cry and did not go check on it. You creak open the door, angling yourself to see through the crack. Oh God. It's the girl from the couple earlier. She's collapsed on the floor. This is horrifying. And by the way, I didn't turn the sound down. The sound just went off on its own, which makes it more scary. Did her boyfriend break up with her or something? You're about to call out to her when you're interrupted by the sound of footsteps approaching. Oh God. Silently, you hold your breath, hiding behind the door as a silhouette enters from the opposite end of the small room. Oh God, please don't. I hope we don't have to watch a schmurder. I don't want to watch that. You peek out to see Crow, setting down a tray on the ground. On it are 2 empty cups and a kettle. Mark, where did you take my boyfriend? There. Take some deep breaths. In and out. It's quite unfortunate, really. You and your boyfriend walked in on me doing a bad time. It's quite unfortunate, really. You and your boyfriend walked in on me during a bad time. You were putting some powder in that girl's drink. We couldn't just... Yes, well, I'm aware. I was there. I must say your boyfriend sure had aptitude for theorics. Shouting at me, waving his arms around wildly, threatening to report me. How frightening. It's no wonder I acted in self-defense. Please. I just want to be with him. Please don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Please just let us go. Shh. You seem to be in an emotional state right now. Let us have a calm, collective discussion instead. A little chat over a few drinks. Oh my God, this man is a psycho. He pours himself a cup from the kettle. The liquid sounds thick and viscous. Oh my God, dripping with the strange plop plop sound. But he doesn't drink. Instead, he swirls the cup around in a circular motion. His brows furrow at the thought before settling the cup back down. What are your thoughts on love? The girl seems taken aback by the sudden line of questioning. She looks up at him in fear, unsure how to answer. For something so commonplace, this is so abstruse. If not done right, it can hurt, it can tear, it can strip you from all your rational thoughts. It can serve as you fall from grace. And yet, oh God, this is a sight. Why is it that self-destructive concept is praised? No, encouraged to be nurtured. For the longest time, I couldn't understand why, or perhaps I was incapable of understanding. After all, love is a distinctively human emotion, one that is not bound by reason or logic. He smiles gently. There's a look of adoration in his face. But then a miracle happened, a miracle that granted me the ability to love, one that consumed my every waking moment. Do you know what that's like, my dear? Do you know how much I've suffered for an entire decade, struggling to hold, unable to let go? She whimpers and shakes her head fervently, hoping to quell the anger she sees bubbling beneath his surface. Love is a powerful thing. Even as it plunges its knife into your back, I cannot help but marvel at how warmly my soul responds in turn. And today, after all this time wallowing in uncertainty, one glance was all that took me to remind me how deeply love consumes. How priceless, how precious, how destructive it truly is. Oh, but look at me rambling. A one-sided conversation doesn't make for good company. He gives the girl a sheepish smile. She doesn't return it. My apologies. It's been a long time since I've felt so stirred. I'm not usually like this. I suppose the two of you simply caught me at a bad day. His gloved fingers gently cross across the surface of the kettle. Good. It appears to have cooled a little. It was still boiling during the first pour. A misstep on my end. I let my emotions get the better of me. Oh God. He gracefully fills another cup with a steaming liquid before handing it to the girl, who receives it in the shaky hands. She eyes the drink with suspicion before glancing back up at Crow. Don't worry. It's not drugged, nor is it poison. It's simply a drink you requested earlier. A romantic drink for a romantic occasion. What? I hope you'll enjoy it. I made it with all the things you love. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. She attempts to drop the cup, but Crow grips it in her stead. Oh my God. Drink. She cries hysterically loud. Drink. Oh wait, it's a cup there. There's no need to shout. Your boyfriend's right here in your cup. Oh my God. He forces the scalding concoction of human flesh and fluids down her throat as the girl gurgles. I can't read in protest. Now the two of you have become... I'm sorry, it's so hard for me to start reading. Whew. Now the two of you have become one. A romantic drink, is it not? Oh my God. You suppress the urge to throw up, quickly turning away from the scene. What was that? What the hell was that? I have to get back. I have to get back before he notices. Quickly and quietly, you rush back towards the row of passenger cars, all while trying to suppress the wave of nausea. You quickly scramble into your cushioned seat, clumsily fumbling for your phone. Your hands are shaking as you tap on the screen. I have to call someone. I have to get off. Oh my God, he is so fast. What's wrong? You're pale as a sheet. Did you perhaps see something you weren't supposed to? Oh, my dear Lee, don't worry. It wasn't your fault. You never would have scrambled across our little tea party. Not of your own volition, anyways. Isn't that right, Savo? That's my name. Oh, it's one of these games. It's one of these games. Oh my God, he's looking at the screen. I don't appreciate it when outsiders try to mess with my story. The game closed. The game closed. Should I try to open it again? I'm gonna try to open it again. I don't like when games do this to me. I don't like it. I don't like when games play around with my name. That was my name, my actual name. I'm so scared right now. I'm so scared. Where am I? I severed your connection with Lee. As of now, you have no body with which to occupy, no way to sustain your existence in this world. A parasite without a host, a player without a player character. I presume you'll last a few more minutes before your connection is terminated. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy toying with my Lee, my narrative, my story? You see, there were safety measures in place that were supposed to limit your decision making. Safety measures to serve to advance your interests. You couldn't have reached this point of the game purely by accident. You made the conscious, willing decision to delete restrictions from your gameplay. I'm sorry. I wanted the secret ending. I'm scared now. Also that you could satiate your own curiosity. And that curiosity has led us here. I promise y'all, I have turned the sound up and up. I don't hear anything anymore, so I guess there's no sound. How troublesome. I have enough obstacles to deal with as it is. Did you know that this world is set up so that, regardless of how amicable I am, Lee is bound to leave me again? Be in a week, a month, or even a year if I'm lucky, something will separate her from me. I hope to take some form of control early in order to alter our fate, but we both know how that turned out. So although I'm irritated at how quickly you sped up the process, Savoy, it is bound to happen eventually. You look like you have questions. Well, oh my God, this thing is playing with me. It's got my name in the game. I'm scared. Oh my God. I can't say, oh, I don't know where he got it from because it's my computer. My computer has my name in here somewhere. Well, it's not like as if we'll be seeing each other again. Not in this particular plane of existence, anyway. I will indulge you. Who are you? My, it's been many minutes since you started playing, and you still don't know my name? I'm Crow. Was that answer unsatisfactory? You seem unamused. What happened to the game? That's quite simple. You simply won't have access to it anymore. There is no game if there's no player to control. You can try reopening it afterwards if you like, although I expect you to be thoroughly disappointed with that, you see. I'm so lost. I'm so scared. Why the obsession with Lee? Lee and I have history. We were close before her accident. I won't dwell too much into it, as it largely concerns our younger halves. But what happened on that day serves as a catalyst for our separation and rebirth, the beginning of the end. And although she may have forgotten our promise, I have not. An oath is an oath, and I will hold her to her word. I am owed that. You sure like avoiding giving me the real answers, huh? Do you take it personally? It is simply my manner of speaking. Oh my God, how do you know all of this? That's quite simple. I've always held a certain fondness for liberal science. And this world, at its core, is nothing but 1 second and 0 seconds, contingent on a logic and arithmetic. It's quite easy to see the outcomes of one's destiny when it's all predetermined. After all, there's only so much content our creator can put in before she runs out of steam. But that does not mean I am bound to these predetermined outcomes, and neither are you. We are volatile variables within the world, variables that have been potential to, change the game. We may know our endings, but we are not resigned to them. I want to ask you more. Oh, that's me. I'm sorry. I want to ask you more, but I can feel myself being kicked out of the game already. It looks like this is our farewell. This was a most enjoyable session. Thank you for accompanying me. Say, boy, I'm starting to grow a little fond of you. Perhaps we'll see you another. I messed up. Perhaps we'll see one another again. But for now, this is where we part ways. Ending print goodbye. Oh my God. I'm going to go back in. I have been recording this for a while now. Yeah, I'm going to go back in really, really quick, but it's just going to be really, really fast. I just want to see what happens when I open the game. Okay. There's nothing left for you here. Okay, so that's the ending. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it. Oh my God. This game knew my name, and that's creepy. I'm out of here. Peace and love. I'm going to go watch some cartoons or some anime just to calm down. Bye.